Hi, and welcome to Wednesday Excerpt. We are so grateful that Tony Shiloh has given us this opportunity to take over her YouTube channel today. I am Amy Anguish, and I'm here with Regina Merrick and Heather Greer and Sarah Crouch because we just have this beautiful novella collection come out. It's called Love in Any Season. And basically, each of our stories is set in a very small town in a different season, and they are all during the festival time of that town. And so each of us is going to read you a short excerpt from our stories. We're going to go in order of season. So the very first season we have is spring, and it is Regina Merrick's story.
Okay. My story is called Spring Has Sprung, and it's about a young lady working in city government, and they're in a very small town, as we said, and she is helping to plan the Daffodil Festival. So here's an excerpt from chapter 1. The meeting room door stood in front of her, large, in charge, and ominous. Dread, not in the form of butterflies, but large wild moths in the pit of Maya's stomach elevated into downright cold sweats and shallow breathing. From experience, she knew the enthusiasm of the Chamber of Commerce's Daffodil Festival Committee would be enough to make her sick. Maya Pascal, focus. She stretched her spine and cracked her neck, preparing for the fight of her life. Most people saw the season as a time to celebrate new beginnings, new life. But Maya had the misfortune to live in Spring, Kentucky. Yes, her town celebrated all things spring. The Daffodil Festival gave everyone carte blanche to go over the top, and it drove her crazy. Pushing the door open, enthusiastic spring lovers bombarded her before she could greet them. If you'd like to read more, pick up a copy of Love in Any Season. And if you'd like to look up my website, it's www.reginarudmerrick.com. The next season is summer after spring, and that is Amy R. Anguish with The Missing Piece. Amy?
So like Regina said, my story is The Missing Piece. My story is set in Sassafras, Arkansas, and my main characters are working in a quilt shop called The Missing Piece, and they are getting ready for the Watermelon Festival. So here's my excerpt. What's that sigh about? Beth Norton glanced over at her mom on the other side of the desk. I've been able to determine some of these scribblings Laura left behind, but not enough, and I'm pretty sure we missed a payment or two. Beth's heart sank to her stomach. Any idea how much? Not sure, but bills add up fast. Mom pulled her brown hair away from her face. Laura was the financial and business-minded one. My expertise is more the customers. Mine too, Beth sighed, but the Watermelon Festival is in just a few weeks. I heard that somewhere, Mom shot her a wink. Maybe every time you found a new pattern to try out. You've only been sewing for our booth for months. Our booth is going to be the best ever this year. I've already completed 3 full-size quilts, 2 twin, and several baby-size too, down to pillows, table runners, pot holders, and other small items. If you kill yourself doing this, is it really going to be worth it? If we win the Best Watermelon Festival Spirit Award, the prize money would give us a tiny cushion, more notice, and honor Mama Laura's memory. She adored all things watermelon. So Beth is determined to make this the best watermelon festival, and she has a bunch of reasons why, besides the ones you just found out about. So if you want to find out more, grab a copy of our novella collection. And if you would like to follow me, my website is abitofanguish.weebly.com. Obviously, the next season is fall, and Sarah Ann Crouch, is the one who has the fall story, and her story is A Sweet Dream Come True.
Thanks. So I will read from the very first chapter of A Sweet Dream Come True. Isaac Campbell was exhausted, and he'd never felt better. He stretched his arms and cracked his knuckles. A grin spread over his face as he surveyed the customers around him. 3 teenage girls huddled over their bowls, leaning in toward one another and chatting with animated expressions. A set of parents juggled cones and twin toddlers covered in a sticky mess. An older couple stood at the counter tasting samples. Isaac inhaled a deep breath, laced in sugar and cream and vanilla. Oh man, his lifelong dream really was the best job in the world, getting to serve delicious ice cream and make people happy every day. The door swung open to allow his best friend Zeke Harvey entrance. Isaac couldn't help smiling at Zeke's exaggerated wave as he stepped into line. Hey there, Zeke. The Mr. Dream ice cream shop stayed busy most weekends throughout the spring and summer, but today was extra special. Last night had kicked off Bestwood, Tennessee's annual fall festival, Best Fest. Visitors came in from all over Middle Tennessee and even farther to admire the giant pumpkins, take a train ride, eat pulled pork barbecue, and listen to excellent country music. So if you want to find out more about Isaac and Best Fest, check out A Sweet Dream Come True in Love in Any Season. And be sure to follow me on social media at Sarah Ann Crouch or at my website, sarahannCrouch.wordpress.com. So next up is Heather Greer with a passage from Sugar and Spice.
Have you seen the announcement? Emmeline Becker started at the unexpected interruption of silence, accidentally banging her head on the underside of her desk in the process. She groaned, glaring first at the pen she had been trying to retrieve, still on the floor, and then at her best friend. How had Kelly managed to sneak up on her? The tinkling bells on the front door of Sugar and Spice Bakery usually got her attention, even in her office. That depends on what you're talking about. Oh, Kelly baited Emmy, unfazed by her mood. So you haven't heard about the gingerbread festival? Emmy winced as her fingers found a tender spot on her head. Did they finally decide to scrap the gingerbread and host a sugar cookie festival instead? Did my best friend, the festival coordinator, finally take my suggestion to the rest of the committee? Hands braced against her hips, Kelly smirked. Yes, Emmy. New Kirkenbrunn, Missouri, the American namesake of the gingerbread capital of the world, has decided to 86 the gingerbread in favor of sugar cookies on the 150th anniversary of the festival. I don't see a problem, Emmy shrugged. Ginger is perfect for redheads, but it does not belong in my kitchen. Kelly plopped down into the chair across from Emmy. Your great-grandma would roll over in her grave hearing you talk like that. The Sugar and Spice Bakery has been a prominent feature in the festival since she opened the place. And the only reason you don't like gingerbread is because the unfortunate incident of Festival 133. And if you'd like to find out about that unfortunate incident, be sure and pick up Love in Any Season and read Sugar and Spice for a good winter story. And you can find me at heathergreer.com. And now we're going to go back to Sarah because she wants to tell you about something special that we're doing as a group for the launch of our book.
So don't forget to check out our social media scavenger hunt that we're doing to celebrate the launch of Love in Any Season. And you can collect all the clues to enter to win a $60 Amazon gift card. But we ask for US entrants only, please. So you can find more details on each of our websites. And clue number 7 is the. That's THE, the. So thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you have a lovely day.